Everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So, I heard something just now while I was finishing up my workout and getting ready to go up to the academy to teach and train that I thought was pretty powerful stuff, and I wanted to share that with you guys real quick before I head out. The quote or the thing that I heard was, everyone is being called to greatness. Not everyone is answering the call, okay? And I had to go back and rewind that and hear it again, okay? And then hear it again, all right? Again, everyone is being called to greatness. Just some people just don't answer the call. And I just thought, like, wow, man, this is deep. Like, that's just pretty powerful stuff, because it's true, you know? Whether it's you or maybe someone you know, friend, family member, whatever, there's someone out there that's close to us that is not doing what they're being called to do. They're not doing great things. They're not doing everything that they can to be the best version of themselves. And again, just to go back and recap on some of the things that I've shared in the past on, you know, how do you help become the best version of yourself? What you eat every day, you know, healthy foods, healthy drinks, exercising. You know, I work out literally every day except for Sunday. Sunday, I still work out. I cut like 3 yards or whatever. I just like to get out there, get out in the sun and push the lawnmower. It's still a workout. I'm sweating my butt off and I'm still moving my body, but I'm not like running and lifting weights or training jiu-jitsu, but still working out, getting that good, you know, vitamin D, natural vitamin D. Training jiu-jitsu, reading, listening to good things, and of course, you know, making sure your finances are on point. You know, those things help become the best versions of yourself. And I want to share a little something with you with like a conversation I had about 5 years ago with someone, because this person I'm referring to has a lot of great potential to go off and do like a lot of great things. It's just they weren't. They were spending a lot of time partying, drinking, hanging out, staying out late, eating horrible foods, really weren't being the best versions of themselves. They're young. That's what it is. You know, when you're young, you just kind of think you got the rest of your life ahead of you and you know, stuff like that. So you got time. And that was my response, because that was my thing. My question was like, that's what this thing brought up to me, was this conversation was, I was like, hey, you know, like, what are your goals? Like, what do you plan on doing with yourself? You know, like who are you? What do you want to be? Like, what's that thing for you? And this person was like, oh man, you know, I figure I got about 5 years or so to figure out what I need to do. And I'm like, man, you know, I got a little upset with that, because I was like, you don't even know if you're gonna be here in 5 years. 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, like whatever. Like, life isn't guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. And that's just kind of how the conversation went. You know, kind of blew me off, whatever. And it bothered me because I was around this person, you know, quite a bit, you know, and you can only be around people like that for so long. Like, if you're like a really goal-oriented person like me and gone off and accomplished all kind of things, you know, like, you kind of want to be around those kind of people too. And when someone's just kind of like there, you know, it just doesn't really, it's not a good mix, right? So anyways, well, the 5 years is up, okay? And the conversation came back up. And I reminded this individual, like, hey, you know, it's been 5 years, man. Like, it's been 5 years since we've had that conversation. And you're still the same person, man. Like, you're still the same dude. He's a great guy, like a great guy. He's a great guy, funny guy, like, you know, super cool. Like, he's cool to hang out with. But, like, that's it. Like, you're just cool to hang out with. Like, you can still be cool to hang out with and, like, be kicking butt in, like, all areas of your life, and like winning in life, and like accomplishing goals, and like helping other people accomplish goals. Because when you do that, you motivate people to be like, oh man, hey, look, so-and-so is doing that, I can do that too. Or so-and-so is losing weight, hey, I need to, you know, get in better shape too. Or so-and-so is a better version of themselves, you know, I need to be a better version of myself. The list goes on. And this person, you know, a lot of people kind of follow him a lot. And a lot of it is because he's got some money, he likes to party, you know. You just kind of go where the money goes and where those bottles are being popped and, you know, stuff like that late nights. But again, it's like hung over till the, you know, noon, 2 o'clock the next day. Then you're useless the rest of the day because your head hurts and you're trashed and you're just like, so it's like another day wasted. And it's still the same. And when I brought this conversation up, he was just like, man, you're right. Like, that was 5 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, man, like we need to get to work. Like we need to get to work. Like you just blew off 5 years. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you just blow off 5 years? You know, like if you're locked up or something, like it is what it is, but you can still like learn and progress if you get locked up or whatever, you know, but you're out and you got like all the resources available to you and you got money. Man, what are we waiting on, you know? And so this thing that I just heard, it just hit me because this dude I was listening to was like, everyone, he didn't say some people, he's like, everyone is being called to greatness. And he's like, some people just don't answer the call. They don't pick up the phone. You know, they don't say hello. You know, and that just hit me, and it just reminded me of this conversation I've had, and a lot of conversations I've had in the past, but this one in particular, because that's really what a lot of people get pissed off about me for, is like pushing people like to do better. You know, maybe they don't want to do better at this time right now because of XYZ, kind of like this individual I'm referring to. He doesn't want to do that, you know. Maybe he's doing it now. I don't know. I haven't really seen much, you know. Is what it is. But I know that life isn't guaranteed. I'm 48. I've lost a lot of family members and friends, and I've seen other people lose family members and friends, and I've seen a lot of unexpected people leave this earth that, you know, were in their early 20s and you know, 30s and stuff like that. And I'm like blessed to still be here, because there's a lot of people that are not here no more that are way younger than me, half my age, whatever. And I'm still here. So it's a motivating factor for me to like push out this kind of stuff, this kind of content. You know, I put this stuff on YouTube as well, and someone was watching on YouTube and they're just like, oh man, you know, hey, I really appreciate these conversations, whatever. You know, it sucks you don't get a lot of views. And it was like, and it's not about the views, man. Like it's not. It's just, I like to do stuff like this. The views will come on their own. It's just, these things need to be put out there because someone out there is being called to greatness and they're just not picking up the call. So it could be you, whenever you watch this, whenever you catch this, or it could be someone else, you know. And there's nothing wrong with telling people, hey, you know, let's get to work. Hey, you got a lot of potential. Hey, like you had a lot of bad things happen to you in your life. It does not matter. Like that's a story to tell, like of a rising above from the ashes, because you came from nothing and now you're something. Like that's going to be a great story to tell. Well, there's no story to tell if you're not like doing anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everyone's being called to greatness. Some people just don't pick up the call. And that would suck, to live your life and then it's coming to an end and then just realize like, man, I could have did better. You know, like I don't want to pass away like that. I don't want to die like that. And that's why I quit General Motors. For one, that's why I moved from Saginaw, Michigan to here. I just wanted more. That's why I quit General Motors after 11 years. Took a chance on myself, started my jiu-jitsu academy, traveled the world, competed all over the planet and accomplished so many goals and got gold medals from all over, you know, different places and cities around the world that are hanging up in my academy, like helping people. I've helped people achieve those goals, and I've helped, you know, other people achieve like whatever goals. And so like life's fulfilling that way. Life feels good that way. Like to just be on my couch watching TV, you know, playing video games, eating bad foods, out of shape, not really making an impact, you know, just not really doing nothing. Man, that just sounds horrible. That's a scary thought to even think like I would allow myself to be like that. So if that's you, you have an opportunity still, because you're listening to this, to make a difference, make a better version of yourself, and inspire other people around you to do the same. And because here's the thing, it doesn't matter what you did in the past. It's just like what you're going to do now. You know, people can say, oh, you know, you weren't like this 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Man, it's called evolving. It's just what people are. I'm not the same person I was, you know, a year ago. Like it's just, I'm not. It's just different. I've read more. I've listened to more. I've worked out more. I've trained more. My jiu-jitsu is better. Like things are just better because they should be. Like every year should be better. Like you should not be the same person. Like no one should compare you. And if you're being compared, like if you're still the same, like, yeah, man, I know you 10 years ago, man, you still look the same or look worse, or you haven't really done much with yourself, man, that's sad and that's horrible. So answer the call. It's time to pick up that call that, you know, that's being, you know, called upon you to do and get after it. So time is up. Gotta go. Catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.